Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Sam Evans here for the Electric Singularity. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out on notifications in your feed. And if you're not, guys, welcome back. Great to see you again. Now, BYD, as many of you know, I'm long BYD. I see them as a very similar company in a number of ways to Tesla. They manufacture batteries. They're the world's fourth largest manufacturer of batteries. They're one of the world's largest manufacturers of EVs. They actually make some pretty impressive cars. And obviously people in the West, most people in the West aren't aware of them. But that will soon change with the BYD EA1, the T3, the Han, and the Tang, all coming to Western countries very soon. Now, I've talked about what's happening for BYD in a number of my other videos. I'll put some links in the description so that you can check out those videos after you watch this video. Now, BYD, one of the very smart things that they do is they often make partnerships with other companies that kind of align with their long-term strategy, their long-term goals. I think it shows a sign of them not seeing things in scarcity mode, which many companies do. Let's be honest, there are many Chinese companies, I've worked in China before, that do act in more of a scarcity mode. I think BYD actually do the opposite. Now, some, but not all of BYD's joint ventures include, they have a JV with Renault, they have a JV with Toyota, a JV with Mercedes, JV now with Apple, where they're obviously going to be, along with CATL, building batteries, a battery plant in America for Apple. And they also have a JV with Itochu. Now, it was announced within the last 24 hours that BYD is going to, well, let's be honest, they're going to build cars for Xiaomi. That's right, they're going to build cars for Xiaomi. Now, obviously, Xiaomi are a Chinese multinational that was founded in 2010 with their headquarters in Beijing. Now, Xiaomi makes smartphones, mobile apps, laptops, home appliances, vacuum cleaners, scooters, bags, shoes, consumer electronics, and many, many other products. And obviously, they've now decided they want to make EVs. And obviously, BYD makes EVs, make batteries, and guys, they also make a huge number of the parts that go into an EV. Most car companies don't make parts themselves. It's a fairly well-known fact that most companies, big companies, Toyota, BMW, etc., make very few of the parts that go into their cars. However, BYD is very similar to Tesla in the sense that they are very vertically integrated and they make a lot of the components that go into their EVs. That enables them to save quite a bit of money on the end-to-end manufacturing of their cars. Now, BYD's founder and chairman, Wang Shanfu, who actually has a really, really interesting backstory. He grew up basically in a rural farm area. Both of his parents died when he was very young, and he was raised by his brother and his sister. Incredible, really, when you think about it, that he came from those origins. Now he's worth, I think, about $15 billion because he's held on to as much of the company as he could. Very, very intelligent man. Anyway, Wang said at an auto industry forum this week in Chongqing, southwestern China, that a major electronics manufacturer will help Xiaomi develop its auto business. Obviously, that manufacturer is BYD. He said BYD and Xiaomi are negotiating several projects for cooperation in the automotive arena. He added that he couldn't provide any further details about the partnership as yet. Now, in March, in Hong Kong, Xiaomi announced production plans of a smart EV with an initial investment of $1.6 billion over the next 3 years. BYD are partly owned by me and Warren Buffett. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company, actually own around about 8% of BYD. They initially owned 10% thanks to an investment in around about, I think it was about 12 years ago. And obviously Berkshire Hathaway haven't sold even a single share since then. They've done very well out of that investment. The shares have been diluted now to about 8%, but that's not because they've sold them. It's just because there are more shares now available. Now, in the first 5 months of 2021, BYD delivered 113,213 fully electric and plug-in hybrids. This is a 143% increase over the same period last year. And I think BYD are going to really ramp up, guys, this year. The Blade battery has taken a while for BYD to really fully launch it. And obviously in China, BYD are producing a lot of EVs. There's a huge amount of demand, and a lot of people are aware of the quality of the Blade battery and that BYD's new batteries, their lithium iron phosphate batteries, are much better quality than their previous iteration. In fact, BYD say they should be able to give you around about 1 million kilometers before you start to see significant battery degradation. I mean, that's a lot more kilometers than really the life of any car. So then what do you do when the car is finished, used up? Well, obviously the battery's still useful. You can then use the battery for a myriad of other things. Guys, just jump on eBay if you're not sure about what people are using them for. But you can see on eBay that Tesla batteries, second-hand batteries, sell like crazy. So there's a lot of uses for them. Caravan storage, home energy storage, heaps of different ways you can use batteries when the car is no longer useful. Now, in addition to being one of the world's largest EV manufacturers, BYD is also the second largest manufacturer of batteries in China, and they're the fourth largest manufacturer in the world, behind CATL in number one place. Now, as of May, the total installed capacity of batteries used for electric vehicles and energy storage reached 9.93 gigawatt hours. BYD launched a customized electric multi-purpose vehicle for Didi Xuxin, a major domestic ride-hailing service in China, in 2020 while manufacturing and selling electric and gasoline vehicles. Last year, it established a 345 million yen joint venture with Toyota in Shenzhen, southern China. With a 50-50 partnership, the EV will be developed and sold under the Toyota brand in China. Yes, that's right. Toyota's newest EV, the one that's coming out in 2022, is going to be, well, basically really a BYD. And when I say a BYD, it's because Toyota won't just be using the battery cells from BYD, they'll be using the entire skateboard, the motors, the software, everything that comes to, well, what you basically need for a car. You could basically just put a tent on top of that thing, attach a steering wheel to it and drive it. No, you couldn't really, but it's not that far off really. That's the meat and the bones of the car, and that's what Toyota will be using. There's also rumors that Mercedes will be using the skateboard as well. I think that's highly likely considering BYD's vertical integration and their ability to reduce costs, which is what we kind of need with EVs right now. We need affordable EVs. The world needs them fast. There's a huge demand for affordable EVs, and I can see more and more companies ramping up hugely over the next 2 years. I believe that the number of EVs for sale on the market this time next year will have doubled at minimum, guys. Very good time to invest still. If you think I've missed out, you haven't missed out. The market is still in the process of enormous disruption. There's huge amounts of opportunities right now. Huge numbers of many billions of dollars will be lost in the automotive industry as some of the big players get disrupted. And what that means, disruption doesn't necessarily mean bankruptcy. It could just mean that huge numbers of sales go from one company to another. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.